Hey, what's going on guys, Broken Machine here today with another commentary. This is Battlefield 4 on the PC, but as you can see in the left hand side of your screen, I was actually playing with a controller. And the reason why, I know some of you PC players are thinking, why the hell would you do that? It's a lot easier, more precise with a keyboard and mouse. And pretty much I just wanted to see how well you could actually do with a controller. There's lots of people out there that say, you know, console players are terrible, they rely so heavily on aim assist, and I kind of wanted to prove them wrong, and at the same time just wanted to see how well I could actually do. The sticks are not easy. A lot of people think they are easy, but there's so many PC players out there who try and play console and just do terrible. So I played a mixture of modes. This here was a really nice shot on a guy. That was some nice prediction there. I played a ton of modes. This was 64 team deathmatch, and it was terrible. So I soon left that server. I just don't get the appeal of that, I've got to be honest. And I thought I'd give the classic Metro a go, and I was actually quite surprised. This was quite easy. That was a triple nade on a guy, and I managed to get some quite nice kills here. I was quite surprised actually. I thought being up close and personal it'd be really difficult, but I actually had quite an easy time. I was using the AWS of the suppressor, and that is pretty much easy mode. But right here you can see I did have some trouble staying on target. It is actually quite hard, and it's not necessarily the aim assist being off that's difficult. It's the fact that people are moving around really fast, and it's quite hard to stay on target with the stick. So it's certainly a lot easier than mouse and keyboard. So to win most of my engagements, I was relying on my positioning and just general skill. You know, PC and console are pretty much the same in terms of the meta game, the skill gap. But it's really down to aim, where you can't really compete with the PC players. With the controller, it's just not possible. You'll win some engagements, but many it's just not possible. They can control the recoil so much easier. They can move the mouse around. It's just so much easier. So I had to really try and adjust my playstyle. Not too much. It was pretty much the same as PS4. You know, I tend to try to attack from the sides as much as I can, because I know people can snap on with me with aim assist on console. So it was kind of the same on PC, but obviously people are just going to be snapping on with the mouse and keyboard very quickly. So, you know, I was trying to attack from the sides all the time. Got this guy here. I already spied a guy behind me, but that guy, I knew he was waiting for these people to come around. So I was just waiting for him to take a shot on them. So I just came back and shot him. Pretty simple stuff. But this game, I actually got MVP. I was quite surprised. I had a few pretty bad games. This guy, I was meant to shoot the wall, but he came running around and got him there. Yeah, I had some pretty bad games, score-wise, but the thing that was the most difficult was just trying to win the game and play the objective. Yeah, I've got to say, you know, there is a lot of good people on PC who can aim really well with the mouse and keyboard, but it's pretty much the same as console in terms of who plays the objective. You know, loads of times I'd find myself on the flag by myself, and nobody pushes up. You see right here, I just flinched a little bit, and my aim just went all over the place there. So, you know, that situation, definitely off target. And you can see here, following the guy, yeah, that can be quite tricky, especially with a weapon like the MTAR. But I managed to get that guy up there, so it's all good, it's all good. And, yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It's amazing how responsive the controller actually is on 144 Hz. You know, it's definitely different from console, and it made me realize just how much I'd really want just a solid 60 frames on console. I don't think PC players get that. You know, your aim isn't always perfect on console, and when the frame rate drops, it's so much harder than it is with mouse and keyboard. And, you know, I just love the next Battlefield to be a solid 60 at all times. Because, you know, Battlefield 4 isn't, and it's a real shame. It is a real shame. But, you know, it runs well. It runs well. But some days, you know, some servers, it just, it's not good. It's not good. But, yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about this particular gameplay. I just enjoyed it. It was quite a nice change of pace. Using the controller, I had to, you know, really think about the situation, so it was really nice. 'Cause, you know, some games, you're just running around shooting people, and you're not really thinking, you know, too much about your strategy and stuff. But this one, I had to really take into account the controller and adjust accordingly, which was interesting. It was really interesting, actually. But we didn't actually win this game. The team sucked. Yeah, I've got to say, you know, I managed to get MVP, but the team just sucked. They were just... I mean, some of them got better kill-death ratios than me in this particular game, but they definitely weren't jumping on the flags. This guy, nah, you're not going to get me a kill assist. I know this guy's there, so pre-fire in the corner. I'm going to jump up here and get this second guy. Fall in between the bushes there, but we managed to get him. And we're coming up to the end of the game now, so... MVP? Conquest propaganda with a controller. Who would have guessed it? But it is possible. And, you know, PC players out there, you know, you can do well with a controller, but it's not as good as mouse and keyboard. But, yes, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. And let me know what you think in the comments. You know, I've got to say, I just hope that there's no mouse and keyboard support on consoles. I've got to say, I think it would ruin games like Call of Duty, Battlefield. I just think it would ruin them. I think the games would just... Everybody would just start using mouse and keyboard. I don't think it'd be as enjoyable. I kind of like the limitations of the controller. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.